David's with us in Atlanta. Hi, David. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Thank you guys so much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Hey, so I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I have 5 kids. And we're kind of in a little bit of a tough spot right now. Okay, so last year we purchased a house. It was $312,000. We owe $300,000 on it right now. And so the issue is that we have a house right now that is we have a rental property that is completely paid off.
What's it worth?
But like that house right now, it's going for about $225,000.
The rental would sell for $225,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. The issue is that right now we're in about $46,000 in credit card debt.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just, my wife and I were new to the baby steps, and we're to a point where, like at work, I was feeling burned out. All the money that would come in would immediately leave. And it just kind of feels like we're leaving, we're living paycheck to paycheck.
Because you are. That's why it feels that way.
Yeah.
What's your income, household?
So right now, last year was $85,000. The year before that, we were around $92,000.
Okay, so about 90 you think you'll do this year?
I would say a safe number, maybe like 75 to 80,000.
Okay. Are you guys doing a budget? I know you said you're new to the steps. Are you doing a monthly budget on paper and tracking it?
Yeah, so we actually just started working on one. So yes, we are.
Okay, you're just getting started with the budget, it sounds like.
Yes.
Because we got to find out where all this money's going. I mean, you guys make a decent income, and it sounds like there's nothing at the end of the month. And so we've got to figure out where these money leaks are in the budget, if this is going to eating out, if this is going towards online shopping. But we got to batten down the hatchets here and get rid of this $46,000 in debt. We'll worry about the mortgage later on in the baby steps.
Right. So, I think a lot of it was eating out. We were eating out, the money was just evaporating. And so what my wife was doing was pretty much, we were living off of credit cards.
Yeah.
And so, now, we find ourselves in a situation, we're scrambling around, we're trying to pay down, the debts from smallest to, largest. We're doing Instacart, Uber, and it's just,
well, let me tell you what I think is happening, and it seems pretty. Looking at it from this side anyway, you're 34 years old. You got 5 kids. You both work. Y'all are running wide open all the time. Your lives are unbelievably busy.
It's hectic.
It's very hectic, and in the middle of hectic, you do 2 things. One is you become disorganized, which never is an efficient use of money, and 2 is you buy a lot of things that are time-saving things. Eating out is a time saver.
Yep.
Anything you can do because you're tired, you're exhausted, you're frenetic, you're going crazy, the kids are screaming, because you got little kids. You haven't got 5 teenagers. Your house is wild.
Yep.
And, in the middle of all of that, you're just trying to survive. And so you're not doing anything where you're telling things what to do. You're reactive instead of proactive on everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is when you go through Financial Peace University and you learn to become proactive, and doing the budget is a step of being proactive, when you put every dollar on paper, you and your wife, put those kids to bed, turn off the stupid television, book a night where you say, we're going to spend 2 hours on this first budget, because the first budget's really hard. And you're going to put it in the Every Dollar app so both of you can track it. And I'm going to give you a year to Ramsey Plus so you can go through Financial Peace University and run the Every Dollar premium version of the budgeting app, okay? Now, when you start making this money behave, you're getting ahead of it instead of behind it. Then when you're tired and you get ready to buy something, you have to look at the budget and see if you have the money.
Right.
You're going to get a raise. It's going to feel like you got a raise when you get on a budget.
Now, so here's my question. Being so, I'm 34 years old.
Yeah.
We have nothing in savings.
I know.
Okay, absolutely
I know.
nothing in savings.
I
The
know.
only equity we have is, so the house that we just purchased, it's already gained some equity, about $40,000.
Yeah.
And then the house that's paid off, we have another $225 on a conservative side. So my question is, would you guys sell that property?
I'm not trying to fix the symptom. I'm trying to fix the problem.
Okay.
The credit card debt is a symptom of you being out of control and disorganized.
Well, let me tell you, I'm absolutely done with that.
Okay,
Like,
I
I've
know.
cut up all my credit cards.
Good.
Like, there's
Good.
no way in the world I'm going back
Good.
to that.
So what I would tell you to do is let's get on this budget and you two get in this class and the two of you get a calm money rhythm as a couple where you're behaving for about 60 to 90 days before you make a real estate decision.
Okay.
Let's start beating on these credit cards, using the debt snowball to begin to pay them down. You're not going to make a huge progress, but about 90 days from now, I'm going to sell the rental. But I don't want you to do it right now, because right now you're scrambling trying to find a way to fix this, and I don't want you to fix this because this is you.
Right.
We got to fix you. We got to get you guys in a rhythm and get you guys in a behavior. The rental property then can be used to clean up the credit cards when we know they're not going to grow back, because now we're on a new system. We have a new way of doing things, a new life when it comes to money, a new set of principles that we operate by, more than is just, I'm done with this. I'm done with this is a good place to start, but that's not a principle that will drive you for 10 years.
Okay.
So
Now,
then you
so
sell the rental, then you pay off the credit cards, and then we pay off your mortgage.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're saying go through Financial Peace University, then decide if we're going to go ahead and sell the rental property.
Yes, I think you are going to sell it, but I wouldn't until you've done this, because you're going to be selling it for a different emotional reason than you are today.
Okay.
You've been flailing around so long that right now selling the rental property is flailing. But when it's purposeful and intentional and is a part of an overall strategy 90 days from now, it's a whole different way to sell it, in a whole different place in your psyche that you're sitting when you're making that decision. You're a smart guy, David. You just got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you're juggling flaming swords, dude.
And what we're saying is we want to see behavior change so that you have long-lasting financial success. And right now, selling is just a shortcut, and you could be back in the same rhythms that you were beforehand. And so most people doing this plan, David, they'll be out of debt in 18 to 24 months. And you guys absolutely can do that just based on the numbers without even selling this rental property. And so that's what I want to see, is some gazelle intensity. And obviously you got 5 kids, man. Your life is crazy. But we got to find some margin, shave some expenses, bring in some more income, and get creative and get this thing out of your life and never look back.
Yeah, and then the burnout will start to go away, because you're burnt out because you're a rat in the wheel. You don't feel traction. Once you start seeing some traction from your work, the work takes on more meaning. But you have to have a sense of, we're going somewhere with this, not like we're just spinning out.
Yeah.
And that's where you're headed, dude. You're going to do fine. 6 months from now, if you'll do the stuff we're teaching you, your life is going to be completely different. Your attitude, your heart rate when you're talking about this is going to change. The tightness across the top of your shoulders is going to release. All of this is going to happen. That's why we call it financial peace. 2 words that don't go together, like Fauci math. And so, check it out. RamseySolutions.com, and you can plug into Financial Peace University. We're going to plug you in, though. You hold on, and we're going to sign you up for a year's worth and get you going.